Hi everyone. So the last video I wanted to make for you guys for this tutorial is to help you guys send out your assessment to your students so they can complete it, and then also to analyze the data that you get from your students and how to grade the short answer responses that you get, and then be able to release the grade back out to your students. After all, just keep in mind that we want to use digital assessments because we want to be able to get feedback on our students' progress faster and also send feedback to our students faster. So Google Forms really makes it easy for us to get that feedback to and from the students at real time. So first we want to make sure that we can send out our assessment to our students. Right now I have a setting where only people who are in my network through my school district can fill out the form. So I'm actually going to uncheck that because I want to allow anybody to fill out this form. But I also only want one response per person or per email, so I'm gonna highlight this checkbox here. And we want to save this setting here. And when you're ready to share your assessment with your students or class, you want to go to the send option. And I want to collect usernames so I can see who has completed the form so far. And you could share the assessments a couple different ways. One, you can by email. This might be a little tedious, unless you have a listserv that you can send to or a group that you can send to. Or you can share a link, which is the way I prefer. This link is pretty long, so what I like to do is just shorten it so it looks a little neater for the recipients to receive. And you can also share your form or your assessment through Google Plus or Facebook or even Twitter. So there's many different options that where you can send out your form to. I'm gonna personally copy the link, and I'm actually gonna put it in my pre-survey or the pre-tutorial survey. But you might want to use the email option if you want to email to all your students. So I'm gonna copy the link here. So before I forget to mention, with this 3 dots, you can go to more options. And you can make a copy of the assessment to maybe create a template so you can use it over and over again. Obviously, you can delete it at any time. You can fill out questions before you send your quiz out, so students might see examples of how to complete the form. You can print it. And what I always like is you can add collaborators, which means you could share your assessments or your forms with colleagues. And that's a good way to help you have like other eyes take a look at it, maybe make it better, or even if they want to use it in their own classroom, or maybe you have a co-teacher in your class and they can edit some of your assessment for you or add questions to it for you. So once you've sent out your assessment and you've gotten responses back from all your students, you want to now start analyzing your data and grading the questions that couldn't have been graded automatically. So we want to go to responses, and then I actually made 2 responses by myself to show you some examples of what responses will look like once your students complete their assessments. So here we have 2 options to look at our responses from our students. We can look at each individual student, and here's where we want to grade all our short answer or paragraph responses. For example, you can see that some of them are all the multiple choice ones are already graded for me, so I don't have to do anything with that unless I want to give partial credit. But let's say we have one that we need to put a manual grade in for, which would be this one: what can you do to embed a video if you can't find it and search for it? we could paste in a URL, which is the correct answer. So I'm going to give this person a 2 out of 2, and I can save my edits here. And then we can also release the score to the student, and I've already done so here. And then the student will get the email from Google, and it'll tell them their score. Lastly, we can look at all of our students' responses collectively, and Google does a nice job analyzing each question for us and putting them in bar graphs or pie charts, stuff like that. So you can really scroll down and look at all the questions that each student responded, and everything's color coded. Just again, very user friendly, and it's really easy to dissect and analyze the data and get students back their feedback. So again, I want to stress that we want to use digital assessments because we want to get feedback back to our students faster, more instantaneous. Students respond better when they see their mistakes in real time, and they can correct it immediately, and it really just fosters student growth and achievement. Thank you so much for completing my tutorial on how to create assessments and grade assessments through Google Forms. Please, please, please fill out my post-tutorial survey to help me do a better job with creating my surveys and creating tutorials in the future. And please don't hesitate to email me with any questions or concerns or comments that you may have. Thank you again.